is alive and well and doing a great work. The other day, my wife found and allowed me to read something that quite expresses the sentiments of my heart. I've read them. I feel like I've read all of the open letters from well-meaning, well-written peers of mine. Posts penned by young people unhappy, and they feel they need to enlighten the folks on the woes of the church. And they all know the various reasons why people are leaving the church. They all know the problems they see and the ways that they need to fix said problems. The ladies' ministry, she writes, that these other people write about is too old-fashioned. And yet the worship is too flashy and fake. They say the pastor doesn't use enough technology, yet the pastor's trying too hard to be relevant and contemporary. The church is too inwardly focused, yet not focused enough on their needs. It all makes my head and my heart work. And then she writes, if we can glean anything from these open letters, it's this. Maybe people are leaving the church because they are spoiled, selfish, uneasily satisfied, hypocritical, consumeristic and socially enlightened, but biblically lightweight. She says, now, if it's not already clear, I love the church. I'm crazy, I'm obsessed, and slightly obnoxiously in love with the church and all that God has for us. I'm not objective, I'm not impartial. Stop reading if you need to, because at least I've owned up to it. When you choose to air your grievances in the name of edification, I don't probably give you the benefit of the doubt you deserve. I admit that much, but let me explain why it wounds so. She says, I've been married for 14 years, and I adore my husband. Our marriage isn't perfect, neither are we. I know my faults, and I know his. And you may be my best friend, but if you were to come up to me and say, listen, I know you love your husband, Chad, and because I love you and because I love Chad, I feel I need to and deserve to tell you the truth about you and Chad. I don't know if you see what I see. I don't know if you are aware of his flaws. So I'd like to tell you my opinion of his flaws. And really, because I think it's so important, I'd like to write an open letter and post it on social media about all of Chad's flaws. It's because I love him and it's because I love you and I want the best version of him. I'll probably smile, pray for grace as I'm throat chopping you in my mind in the name of Jesus, of course. Forgive me for their irreverence, but I wonder if Jesus feels the same way about these posts that are commented on and shared in open letters. The church is the bride of Christ. He died for her. He loves her, and he gave himself for her. Don't pretend to love me, but disrespect my spouse. Don't pretend to love Jesus, but disrespect and damage the church. You can't love Jesus and hate on his bride. Maybe you hope, she further writes, that by your words you'll help the church come back from the brink of extinction. And then in parentheses she has, by the way, church extinction is a theological impossibility. But here's the thing, the church's existence doesn't depend upon her success or relevance or status with the millennials. She has been preserved all of these years by grace and the good pleasure of Christ. He sustains her. The church's challenges are not new. Believe it or not, generations have felt the same frustrations as you do now. She has been irrelevant. She has been abusive. She's been wrong. She's been myopic. She's been manipulative. Yet It's still Christ's bride, and he sustains her. Are we broken? Sure. Can we improve? Without a question. But the one who sustains also refines. I won't tell you that what you feel isn't valid or important. It is, but you don't need 4,000 shares on social media to know that. As millennials, we think our opinions deserve breath and life. We'll share them in the name of transparency, but transparency is not a license to wound. There are many more productive things our generation could do and be known for. I don't know about you, but I'm so glad I'm part of the